If you have ever worked a job where you've had to clock in and clock out, then you know how convenient it is when something else keeps track of your time instead of you having to guess how much time you worked. Because you know when you get in the flow that suddenly hours have passed. And you also know that when you're not in the flow, the clock seems to crawl. Enter Moxie's time tracker, where we help you keep track of all of the details when it comes to your time. This is Moxie's real-time time tracker. So in real time, as you are working, we encourage you to use this time tracker. It's going to help you determine your rates. It's going to, even if you don't bill hourly, this is going to show you how much time you spend per project so that you know when it's time to raise your rates and what kinds of projects are earning you the most money. You can start your timer for any time, and you can add as much or as little detail here as you want. So you'll choose a client to add this time to. You can choose a project here, and you can even choose a task if you want and add notes. If your client really likes to see lots of details when it comes to your time tracking, you can add in as many notes as you like here and then add that later to your invoice by showing them a detailed version. You'll be able to also see past time worked. So if you need to quickly stop your time and switch to a different client, you can hit the stop button, drop this arrow down, and start working for a different project if you would like. Like, let's say I want to start working on this marketing project. Now I have started over working here. I use this drop down box fairly often. As you can see, you'll get a quick history there. You can also see all of your timesheets all wrapped together by clicking on timesheets. This is going to give you quick overviews of your hours worked, hours this week, your unbilled hours, and which clients are taking up most of your time. You can use these filters to show just certain clients if you want to see that. You can also see by user. So if you are collaborating with someone else, you can see what time they are working. You can view by time work status, and you can also see set date ranges here in your filters. Filters will be your best friend with Moxie. With each of these time entries, you can always edit them. So if you ended up working for a slightly longer time or shorter time, click into any time entry to edit it. Or if you entered the wrong project or client, you can always edit that here as well. You can also view that per client. So in each of your clients, you'll see your timesheets. That's going to show you your time per each client here as well. In order to show your clients all of the details that they want on your invoice when it comes to your timesheet, you want to go into workspace settings and then into your preferences. You'll click here on invoices, and you can opt to show a summary of the time that you've worked or full details. That is going to include not just the client, but also the project, the task, and any notes that you take if you want to show a detailed version to your clients. It's easy to now add this time to your invoices. So when you click on an invoice, you'll see this add tracked hours or billable projects. And if you have some hours that you have tracked that have not yet been billed, you'll see those listed here. And you can break that down into a full month, or you can see by week, or you can even break down and charge only for a specific day of that time. And you can drill down so that you can see, oh, here are the actual times that I worked, and make sure that you check your work. You can see here, you can choose to group by week, or you can show by each day, or a monthly total as well when it comes to adding those hours to your invoice. We make it so easy for you to track your time. Oh, a couple more things I want to show you. You can add time manually from just about everywhere. The quickest version is here in your home base focus tab. You can quickly add a time entry here, or you can view on your calendar the time that you have worked. So if you'd like to see the time that you have worked for a full day, you can always click on it to look back and see, here is all of the hours that I worked. And then if you're like, oh, I forgot to track this time, you can add time worked here and manually add the time to the correct client, project, and task, and add any notes if you need to. You can also edit each of these time entries if necessary. We want to show you where your time and money are going. So we have an easy insights tab where this is going to show you all of the hours that you have tracked. And when you do that, you'll get a true hourly rate here. So compared to your invoices and expenses, we'll take your time that you have worked and provide you with a true hourly rate to show you what you are making as a freelancer and if it's time to raise your rates.